Alrighty. In this video, we are going to be completing the square while I am out and about. So we are going to do a little bit of review from pre-spring break here. So here, I give you two graphs, and I tell you to put this in vertex form. Remember, to put this in vertex form, I need the vertex. So here, notice how my vertex is at 3, 2. And remember that vertex form is the form of y is equal to x minus h squared plus k. This tells me that I'm going to go to the right 3 and then up 2. So this tells me that I have x minus 3 squared plus 2. Remember that your h value is going to be this thing right here. And then your k value is going to be this right here. So we have x minus 3 squared plus 2. Same thing for number 2 here. I want to find my vertex, which is at -3, -2. So we have y is equal to x minus h squared plus k. Notice how your h value right here is -3. And then your k value is -2. If I were to simplify this a little bit, I'm going to get x plus 3 squared minus 2. All right, so here's our goal for today's lesson for completing the square. What if I don't give you the graph and I give you the standard form of a quadratic? So let's say that I give you something like this, x squared plus 14x plus 45, and I tell you to put this in vertex form by completing the square. So we have a process called completing the square to do that. So we are going to convert this standard form here into vertex form of 8x minus h squared plus k. To do so, we are going to make a 2x2 box, which I already made for you here. Okay, so that's step 1, is to make a 2x2 box. Step 2 is to put an x outside of your box on the edges of the top left box. So here is my top left box. And here is an x right here and an x right here. So that's step 2. Step 3 says divide my b value by 2. So what I'm going to do here is looking at this b value here in green. This is 14. And I'm going to divide that by 2 to get 7. I'm going to put that number on the outside of the box as if I'm multiplying. So that's why I have a 7 right here and a 7 right here. We are going to multiply the box now. So just regular schmegler multiplying. X squared, 7x, 7x, 49. Notice how if I do that, I'm going to get x squared plus 7x plus 7x plus 49, or x squared plus 14x plus 49. So this will give me x squared plus 14x plus 49. Now, here's the problem with this. Step 5 says look at the bottom right corner, so my constant value right here. This is a 49. I don't want that. Remember that my original expression right here is a 45. This means that I need to do something so that I can go from 49 to 45. To do so, I'm going to subtract 4 so that I go from 49 to 45 right here. Now, once we do that, we are going to put everything in vertex form. Notice how we already have a box right here. This box represents x plus 7 squared because I have x plus 7 times x plus 7. So my vertex form is y is equal to x plus 7 squared, which represents my box. And then I have this minus 4, which represents my leftover. So minus 4. This tells me that my vertex is -7, -4. And this tells me that my transformations are going to be left 7 and then down 4. So this tells me that x squared plus 14x plus 45 is also the same thing as x plus 7 squared minus 4. So that's number 1. What we are going to do here is actually put this on Desmos so that you can actually see vertex form. So if I were to type in x squared plus 14x plus 45, x squared plus 14x plus 45, I'm going to get that. And notice how your vertex is at -7, -4. So this tells me that I have x plus 7 squared minus 4. And see how my problem matches up with each other. So that's a good thing. All right, let's look at example 2. We're doing the same method here. So I have an x and an x that they already gave me. And then my third step here is divide my b value by 2. So I'm dividing this here by 2. That's going to give me 6. That's going to give me 6. I'm going to multiply my box. And I'm going to simplify this, so that's x squared plus 12x plus 36. This is a 36, and I already have a 36. So guess what? I don't really need to add or subtract anything right here. So I could just say my vertex form is just x plus 6. Y is equal to x plus 6 square. Just because I have my square right here. And then my leftover was just 0. This tells me that my vertex is -6, 0. This tells me that my transformation is just me going left 6. Once again, I could put this on Desmos and find this out on Desmos. If I say x squared plus 12x plus 36, and if I said x minus 6 square, x plus 6, that should be a plus 6, plus 6 square, that gives me the same parabola. So we are good there. All right. I'm going to do one more example. I'm going to do example 7, but you guys can do the rest in class with the sub. Now notice how with number 7, I don't give you the x's and I don't give you the b value right here. So we are going to have to put an x right here and an x right here. And we are going to put a -3 here, because if I do -6 divided by 2, that's going to give us a -3. I'm going to multiply now. That's going to give me x squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9, or x squared minus 6x plus 9. The problem is I want the number 1, not the number 9. So I'm going to bring down a 1 right here so that I know that, hey, I need a 1 right here and not a 9. So in order to go from 9 to 1, I got to subtract 8. So this is going to be minus 8. So this tells me that my vertex form is going to be x minus 3 squared, since that is my square right here. So x minus 3 and x minus 3. And then my leftover, which is minus 8. So I have x minus 3 squared minus 8. Which tells me that I have a vertex at 3, comma, -8. And it tells us to sketch example 7 by using transformations. So we know that this is right 3, and then this is down 9. So right 3 down 8. Why did I say 9? Down 8. Now, this is just a sketch. It does not have to be pretty, okay? But I know that I'm just going to go right 3, then down 8 units. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could say that this is 3, -8 as my vertex. Your parabola opens up, so I know that I'm going to sketch it like this right here. Right, 3 down 8. Once again, what you guys can do is check your work on Desmos. So I'm going to do that and say x squared minus 6x. And then this is a plus 1. We saw that my vertex form was x minus 3 squared. And then we said that was minus 8. Notice how once again it matches up, so we are good. Right? So For class, finish up the other problems. The key will be in the student notes folder. In addition to that, your homework here for today is to complete the square constant, complete the square part 1 of method, and then complete the square rational only on Delta Math. And if you have any questions, you could talk to Ms. Bagason, Mr. Hughley, or Mr. Tohack in terms of completing the square.